We're live with Tom and Katie.
Welcome in, kids.
Katie Linendoll, you're gonna host this segment. I can tell.
I actually was doing some Facebook Live stuff today, so I feel like I'm still in gear.
Yeah, you know how to do it. I mean, we're Facebook Live. This is before we tape the show. We tape a little after 8, and it's now 8:06. I'm trying to find the link on here so I can, put it on my Facebook page. But Katie,
yes.
People are going to be asking you questions, but
I love it.
I'm going to start off the questions.
Okay.
I mean, what do you do all day? Like, you do lots of things.
I do lots of things.
Yes. So, I mean, what's your day like?
My day, every day is crazy. Every day is very different. I feel like I'm shot out of a cannon every single day, which is a blessing.
Yeah.
So every day is different in terms of on-air appearances. Mm-hmm. Today I'm here with you guys at Red Eye, late night. And I start my day very different. Like this morning I had a confidential meeting about an underwater robot. That's all I can say. And then I had a podcast to tape on cybersecurity, which was fascinating. And then I was testing about 4 or 5 gadgets in between there. And then I ended up here. Oh, and then I did a Facebook Live show on an augmented reality mirror. So, I mean, like from the time I get up, it's like off to the races.
Yeah.
And every day's different in the sense, like, because I work with a sleep tech company, so we have a gadget that went on Kickstarter for $1 million. So I've been like fascinated with the world of sleep and researching sleep technologies and all that fun stuff. You can go.
I'm trying to get. I'm looking at us on Facebook right now. So I was trying to get that link and put it onto my page. That's what I was doing.
It's very high tech, Shalou.
But do you do any like? I mean, I don't know if this is like. Do companies pay you?
Oh.
It's like, do you have relationships with the companies and be like, yeah, you know?
It's a great question.
Yeah, like product placement or whatever.
So here's the thing. So like in our business, if you ever do any product placement, you like buy the FCC, you have to like declare it, of course, 100%. So anytime I do have a relationship, I will say it on air. I'm like really, really selective about aligning myself with brands. Right now, I can tell you like Capital One is one of my big, amazing clients that I work with, and also CreditWise. And which is great for, it's like a free app that you can actually find out your credit score.
Yep.
So I take different sponsors here and there. I'm like really picky, but then I also work at the Sleep Lab for Sleep Shepherd, which is like this amazing sleep gadget that uses binaural, it uses brainwave activity to actually to get your sleep in real time, and actually uses binaural tones to help you fall asleep. So it's amazing.
Is it that it looks like
it's a comfortable little headband.
Oh, okay, it's different
Yes.
than I saw some pillow today that looked like a big. It looked like a big
That's
pillow.
my pillow. That's on your airwaves a lot.
No, not Mr.
It's a buy one, get one. It's a
pillow.
BOGO.
Oh, yeah, no.
Ours is much more high tech.
This is a high
brainwave sensors.
It looks like a big, tablet, like a big pill, and you sleep with it, and it feeds into your body and your sleep rhythms and all that kind of stuff.
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, different.
Which means it's not good. No, I'm just kidding.
So who is your, I mean, when you have to write down, like when you have to like get a mortgage or something, who's your employer, or is it all just self?
Yeah, I usually put like 45 things down. Yeah. And then I just like, at the end of it, I'm like, just use Google, man. I have a job. Like, you're fine.
And then how did you get into your current, like expert mode? Like you're a television personality and media personality. But did you start as like a grunt worker at some high-tech company or something?
So I started coding when I was about 12, 13 years old.
Like writing
code, like computer code. And now I feel like that's like late, because I have like a 7-year-old niece that's like hacking my stuff already.
What can you do with code now, though?
Hold on. So let me explain where this timeline, this trajectory goes.
Yeah. So
I
you're
got
a kitty coder.
A kitty coder, and then I was in high school. I got my networking certs, which is for older people. And then I went and got an IT degree from the Rochester Institute of Technology. Mm-hmm. So I became obsessed with technology at a young age. And then I kind of like parlayed it over into what I never thought I'd be on television. I'm very antisocial and introverted.
Well,
so this whole other side of me just, I don't know, it just blossomed.
Well, that's what it is. It's just sides. When you say you're introverted, obviously you're not, because you're in media now, but it's like, it's just that everyone has their sides.
Yes.
I could be some shy, retiring young boy if I remained the way I was.
That's true.
And then all of a sudden I wasn't.
That's true. And then you're like, I'll sing some show tunes,
Yeah.
Let's break out in song.
So what was your first thing? Like you were like, I don't want to do this video, but there's no one else here to do it, so I'm going to do it. Like that's how it starts, right?
I started, my first like foray into TV was, I was 19 and I was getting my IT degree, and I started working on a show for ESPN2 as a host, but I was also doing like the editing and the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. Was it like a wrestling thing or?
It was a regional show for ESPN2 that my university, RIT, actually put on. It was like the first time ESPN was like coming into schools and trying this new program out. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna like go on air, and there's like 4 girls in my entire school. So I was like, I have a chance.
Oh, it's a guy. It was a tech school, so it was all guys.
Dude, totally. So I'm like, the opportunity is knocking. Okay, so I did that, and then I became obsessed with like production. So I went to ESPN and worked on SportsCenter after I graduated, behind the scenes. And then like went back on air later.
So what was behind the scenes? So like writing for sports?
I did highlights, sports highlights, football analysis.
Editing the things?
I had to take a sports test to get my job.
Wow.
That was really fascinating. It was like, and it wasn't like a mailing questions like, who just won the Super Bowl? It was like starting lineup for the Orioles. You got 5 seconds. And I was like, I'm gonna nail this.
I did Main Street, Kenny Mayne's
I love Kenny
online
Mayne.
show.
What'd you do for that?
It was like the Kenny Mayne, ESPN personality.
So funny.
Had like The Office at ESPN. So we went out there and shot it. It was like, I don't know, I was just one of the Office guys. You know,
That's
it was just
hilarious.
yeah, amazing, right?
Kenny Mayne's the man.
Yeah, I think I should find that video.
Yeah.
You know, just me in my khaki pants doing something with Kenny Mayne. So okay, then ESPN, then when did the wrestling obsession start?
Oh, I've loved wrestling my whole life.
Like
Since I was out of the womb, I was a wrestling fan, which is people I find very unassuming, but I love it.
And now it's Techspert, right?
Yeah.
And then how did you come to Red Eye? How did we get a hold of you? It's weird.
That's a really good question. Well, I've done stuff on the tech side for Fox News.
That was it. So you were probably around, and somebody said, "Hey, who's that? Let's get her on the show."
Yeah, and Fox Business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're the most fun show, right?
So fun.
Yeah.
So fun. I really look forward to being here.
We're gonna go do the show in a few. But any questions for Katie Linendoll?
Someone had asked earlier, Katie, how many domain names do you own?
Ooh, that's a great question. I am a domain hoarder.
I've
been hoarding domains since I was about 17, 18.
Wow, I'm a shedder.
I'm in the hundreds.
I've been shedding I've had about 7 domains because I used to, I get that idea, boom,
And you get it at like 2 in the morning. You're like, best idea ever, and then you wake up, you're like, that was totally dumb.
Right.
But it's only like $4, so you just buy 100 of them.
Yeah. But since I'm here, I don't care as much about the domain.
Speaking of like partners and like sponsorships, I worked for my life came full circle. I worked for a company that did unique URLs. So when all that new boom came through with the new, instead of .com, it was like .rocks, .house, .church. Not only did I buy like 900 of those because I had to have Katie.everything. Yeah. I also worked for the company. They were so excited to find that I was crazy.
Yes.
So it was a home run.
So you have Katie.church? I
do have Katie.church. I'm a girl
the Church of Katie.
I go to church every week.
I don't know what happened to those extensions because it's still only...
It's still around. I have Katie.show, Katie.gifts, Katie.christmas, Katie.live, Katie.tomshalou.
Oh.
Katie.redeye.
That's amazing. I mean, the .tomshalou, they're not big sellers.
It was one of those ones that was a little more expensive.
Yeah.
It was like a premium domain. It was like $1,499.
Hey, we have a quick question. Dan Johnson wants to know who would win the cage match between Katie and Sam Roberts. Do you know Sam Roberts?
Sam Roberts, hands
They're
down.
Close.
Oh,
this girl. Hello, answers in the question. My character. Well, that's a whole other thing. I have a wrestling character too.
You do?
Yeah. And my finishing move until I knew it was like it meant something else. Am I allowed to say it?
Yeah.
I'm so kind of dumb.
Your finishing move was
the hard drive.
Hard drive.
And it was set up by the RAM, and then the guys on the show were like, "No, Katie, that's not."
Why hard drive? Well, that's the thing that's in your computer,
like
right?
Does it mean
it does?
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, does it really mean something, or do they just think it could?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah. But yeah, Sam. I think that Sam would. He would.
I would destroy him.
You would, but look.
Even up for question?
The thing is, it's a lot of attitude too, because he wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't. He would hold back a little, wouldn't he? He's like,
no.
What?
No, he told me he punched me in the face before.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Yeah, we have a clip of that.
I can't.
100%.
I can't.
Sorry, Sam.
All right, we got to go do a show. Who's on tonight? We got Fela, Katie, of course, Double R, Ryan Reese, and then Matt Welch, the reasonable gentleman. Thanks,
cool.
Thanks for watching.